Hello folks, welcome to my channel. I'm Sam, and today we are going to talk about the newest firmware updates that Lumix has put out there. And there are a ton of them. There are updates for lenses, for older cameras like the S1R and the S1, and then there are the newest update for the S5 Mark II, the Mark IIX, the G9 II, and the GH7. Stick to the end because we are going to talk about a couple of things that got took out from the cameras, which some people are a little bit concerned about, and one feature that we didn't get that hopefully we are going to get, or probably not, we don't know at this point yet, but we're going to talk about it later. But if you have anything to ask or to point out or anything, share down below in the comments, and then we are going to have a great chat about it. But let's go straight into the video. And before we go into there, I want to talk about one thing. Let's be nice in a comment down below. Let's be gentle. Let's just have constructive criticism, and let's have conversation about things. No fighting, no insulting, because I'm gonna ban them, I'm gonna cancel them. I'm not gonna tolerate those kind of things anymore. So let's just be straight with everyone and be gentle. We are here as humans. Let's learn to talk with one another and be one united front instead of just creating more issues and fight for unnecessary things. But let's go straight into the video, and let's start from the firmware update for the lenses. So for the lenses, we got basically lenses here. We basically got firmware updates for the 16 to 35 S Pro lens f4. We got update for the 25 to 105 f4, and we got update for the both 70 to 200 S Pro lenses, so the f4 and the f2.8 versions. And they are going to be different kind of things that one or the other got the update for example, for the 70 to 200s, there is an update to be able to use them well with the teleconverter or the Leica extender L2.0X. So those are kind of the things. And then basically to improve the autofocus system while you're zooming in or zooming out. So yeah, those are the upgrades or the firmware updates. If you own these lenses, check them out, and it's really cool, and I'll leave the link down below so you can go check them out. Then the other firmware update are for the S1R and the S1, and apparently they have added a pop-up message when using the Panasonic collapsible lenses. If you use collapsible lenses from Panasonic, now you will get a pop-up when you are using them and you attach them to the S1R and the S1. And then they have basically done improvement to a general operation stability of the cameras. And that's be it for, let's say, the older generation of gear. Now let's get straight into the newest one, right? So we got a firmware update for the Lumix S5 Mark II. The version is going to be 3.2. For the S5 Mark IIX, the version is going to be 2.2. The Lumix GH7, the version is going to be 1.3. And then the G9 Mark II, the version is going to be 2.3. So what did we get in basically all of these cameras? Because there are a couple of things that one got and the other didn't get. So we are first going to talk about what all the cameras got. So they got basically, except I guess the GH7, because it had it already, I think. They got an enhanced AF detection mode. So basically they have implemented the airplane and the trains and the specific parts of cars and motorcycle into the AF. So now we are able to shoot planes and trains, and then we have different parts like the motor gasket or the full motorcycle with the person on it. So that's pretty cool. The next thing is we got finally the multiple frame markers, which I was so disappointed about previously, because I felt like that is more for professional, more than like beginner content creators for the S9. So finally we got it for our pro cameras, or semi-pro cameras, in any case, how you want to consider the S5 Mark II, the S5 Mark IIX, and the G9 Mark II. We finally got them, so that is awesome. And I tested out already. It came 1 week later. Damn it, I had a shooting last week that could have been really good, but hey, better late than never, right? Then we got the MP4 Lite, which is basically the 3.8K open gate. So it's kinda, we are having half of the resolution of the 6K, almost half, a little bit more than half, but basically a 4K or 3.8K open gate resolution that is going to be basically, I believe, it's a really smaller file. And for what at the moment I've seen, there is not much that you actually losing. Of course, the metadata is going to be smaller, so there is going to be probably less color grading possibilities and stuff like that, but it's still 10-bit and it's still 420, so it's not 422. But if you're not doing green screen or really doing, you know, heavy things, and anyway, you wouldn't use this format in any case if you want to do green screen and stuff, but you have it there so that it's just easier for you to connect to your phone and download it when you're doing, I don't know, TikTok with your phone, with your camera. You can just basically do the real-time lot. You have already color graded it, you downloaded it, and it's ready, you're ready to go. So you just have to edit it and stuff like that with CapCut Mobile or whatever program you use on your phone, and you are ready to go, right? So this is just an improvement to do things faster, right? And have a really high quality material, right? Because even the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 has basically a vertical 3K shooting mode, and it's just so easier. And now you can do with a full frame camera, which gives you way more dynamic range and everything. So that is a really good thing. One of the things I was the most excited about, that I was really disappointed about we didn't receive it earlier, it's finally the remote shooting and shutter remote control mode from the Lumix Lab app. So now we don't need to use anymore the Lumix Sync app, and I am literally deleting it from my phone. Finally, I couldn't wait this moment. Even like, I swear I'm so happy about this, and it looks and works pretty well. It looks like it, and yeah, there isn't really much to say in that aspect. So basically now you can even live stream straight from the app, but only of course in the GH7 and in the Lumix S5IIX, because those are the only two pro cameras that are able to live stream. But there is one thing that they have took away from the live stream that we are going to talk about later, where we will talk about what they actually did not deliver section. So this is pretty much everything that every camera on the lineup got. One thing basically that only the S5IIX and the S5II got is basically the hybrid zoom and the crop zoom, which one guy commented under, one person asked like, how come the GH cameras didn't get this function? And one person said that it came straight from Sean. I didn't hear it from Sean. One person said that he asked Sean, and Sean said that it's because only the L-mount Alliance lenses can do that. And I don't think so that it's real, especially because I don't use, or I don't have at the moment, any L-mount lens or like native L-mount lens or from the Alliance, because I use mostly the EF 16 to 35 2.8 lens adapted with Viltrox, and at the moment Viltrox is not part of the Alliance. And there is a good news, because it seems that Viltrox has confirmed that they are working on a pattern, or they are working anyway to have a deal to be able to enter in the L-mount of Alliance. And this is a really good news, because Viltrox has probably one of the best lenses and beautiful lenses out there, if you take Sigma out of the third-party equations. But we know if you're part of the L-mount Alliance, you are not a third party, you are a first party. So that is a really good news, because I want to get to test out those cinema AF lenses that I hope they will create for the L-mount cameras. And yeah, I think this is pretty much it for what we got. And what we didn't get, that many other people who have done the reviews about this firmware update didn't talk about. So there are 3 things that we have to pay attention to, especially if are things that concern you and your work. Raw file editing in Lumix Lab app. Probably this is a little bit of a minor part, so it's not the biggest issue, but the S9, you are able to capture an image in RAW and be able to edit it straight from the Lumix Lab app. At the moment, as for now, you are not able to do that yet with the S5 Mark II, the S5IIX, the GH7, and the G9 Mark II. So that might be a firmware update coming. They didn't confirm this, but it might come at some point. Then one thing that has always been a thing that everyone always asks, so I just want to say it for that sake, the 60 frames per second and the 100 frames per second, so 50 frames per second and the 120 frames per second did not get the phase detect hybrid autofocus, or the phase hybrid or hybrid phase detect autofocus in 1080p. It's still there, it's still a problem, so be aware of it if it's something that you use. One YouTuber, I think, said that they asked, and basically the answer was that when they were developing the S5 Mark II and the S5 Mark IIX, there was something that they probably didn't manage to do, so that they are not sure if that is going to come. This is coming still from one source, that it's not from Panasonic or Lumix. So take this with a grain of salt. It might come, it might not come. I'm just delivering what I have heard or talked about with other creators. And this is the last thing that they it's not like they delivered. It was in the camera, they just took it away. And is the RTP. So basically, if I'm not mistaken, it's called real time protocol, and that is basically for streaming purposes. And it seems that they took it away due to the security protocol updates that they have done. In basically, it's a new protocol that they have created, and it seems that this RTP streaming is not compatible anymore with this security protocol that they have created. So that's the reason why they have took it away. And yeah, so this is pretty much everything that has been delivered. What I'm most excited about in the future is to basically test even more this hybrid zoom function, because it's really cool. And I'm happy because when they had it for the S9, I was really pumped and couldn't wait to try it out, and I did, and I love it. I like it because you really don't lose much in terms of quality, and it can help you out in some cases, right? So it's quite exciting. I will do a more in-depth video reviewing this hybrid zoom, so consider subscribing, and let's have a chat down below if you want to share some thoughts, share some point of views, and if there's something that you were expecting and you didn't receive, let me know down below and let's have a chat about it. As I said earlier, be nice, don't insult, and let's just be constructive and help each other to grow. Yeah? Take good care of yourself, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.